All right, so let's have a look at what these thugs are bringing out onto the streets of Melbourne. Let's have a look. All right, so let's, 1 second. All right, so you can still hear me talk. Now, you've seen this weapon before. This is the OC spray. Victoria Police like to use it. We've seen it many times before. Releases a bright orange stream agent, OC, capsicum foam, for several meters and used in a wide arena. Range depends on the size of the canister. Potential for misuse, significant as a threat to force compliance, used to clear crowds. And of course, it can cause major skin irritation and burning sensations for over 12 hours, disorientation, and Victoria Police, I've seen, capitalize on this disorientation to push people around. Now, the source I'm using for this slideshow is melbactivistlegal.org.au. All right, so we've seen this plenty of times before. Now, here's a weapon that we have not seen out on the streets before. Victoria Police have had these in their hands for years now, and one has to ask the question, why were they given this in the first place? Was it to tackle terrorism, or was it to tackle a citizenry who might take exception to bad government policy? This is called a baton round launcher, a 40mm launcher that fires a hard squash ball, pictured on the right, that can hit a person within 50 meters. Potential for misuse, significant, as threat to or force compliance, used at close range or fired into crowds. There you go, close range misuse. We have somebody on the show who was a victim of this weapon, and we'll be talking about that very soon. Dangers to public, blunt or penetrative injuries, particularly head, neck, and torso trauma, severe bruising, severe injury, permanent disability, and death. Lethal at close range. That's right, and a Victorian was hit at the range of about 2 meters, and as it states right there in the description, this weapon can fire up to 50 meters. All right, so there's that one right there. That's new. This one is a new one as well that we've not seen before. The VKS Pepper Ball Firearm. A 175 shot pepper ball semi-automatic rifle. Black with bright green and yellow cartridges or shoulder stock. Fires kinetic impact projectiles. It can fire an OC projectile, a capsicum projectile, the size of a marble, or die markers to brand people so they can be identified later and arrested. The potential for misuse, significant. Can be aimed to threaten or force compliance, used closely, aimed at the head, or it can be rapid fired into crowds. And we saw them doing exactly that, and I'm going to show you the footage in a minute. Dangers to the public. Blunt and penetrative injuries depending on range, blindness, eye damage. We saw a young lady in Hong Kong have her eye taken out by a similar weapon. Bruising, burning sensation, and the list goes on from there, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here's one that they have access to as well that we haven't seen before, and I don't believe it was used on Saturday. But this is a warning to Victoria that Victoria Police are in possession of this weapon called Stinger grenades. And what we saw is that they're willing to use those other weapons, so why would they not be willing to use this? Can be rolled, here's the description, can be rolled or thrown over a crowd, explode with light and smoke while releasing 32 caliber rubber pellets to waist height with a range of 5 meters. Potential for misuse, significant, will cause shock and panic in crowds. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the weapons that Victoria Police has at their disposal, and what they've shown is they most definitely have the capability to misuse these weapons.
They're shooting at people that are throwing shit.
Put it away, girl! Fucking put it away! Not here! Not necessary!
Their own citizens.
Don't worry.
They're shooting rubber bullets.